Hi, I'm Shane from SS Inductions. Today we're going to fit a growler unit to a VE SIDI V6 engine. So we'll go out the back and show you how it's done. We're just going to start by taking off the intake pipe. The best way to remove these air boxes is to put a 7mm or so socket onto the bolt here and just bend it down towards the radiator, like so. Before you take it completely out, make sure that you just pop the little clip off the airflow meter. That way you can just pop the air box straight out. Once you've bent that up, you can just use a shifter to bend this back nice and straight. Okay, once you've got the airbox out, there's a little rubber bung at the bottom. We just want to take that out. We've got to reuse that into the growler. Okay, we've just got to remove the airflow meter out of here. So that's just a Phillips screwdriver. A little cordless drill. Just take the screws out. And that'll just pull straight out. Okay, we've got a 13mm bolt here on the earth lug. We have to take this out because this is one of the mounting points for the growler. So we just take that off. Okay, to mount the airflow meter in, one of the easiest ways is just hold it in between your legs. Push it in like so. Then we've got 2 screws and the 2 spacing washers supplied. Just pop a spacing washer and screw through each side. That's it. Okay, this is the rubber grommet we took out of the standard airbox. We just want to pop it straight back into the new growler, like so. Now to put it in place, you just want to slide it down in here like this. Make sure that you hold the earth strap up out of the way. The growler will just pop into place. Then with the earthing washer supplied, it goes onto the bolt, like so, and then straight through the hole. Now I don't know if you can see this too well, but this is the rubber grommet that we just put into the bottom of the airbox. We just want to line it up onto that little lug and just push it down. That locks it into place. Just before you completely do this up, we just want to make sure that that earthing washer goes completely through the body of the growler, like so. So as it doesn't actually pull down on the plastic, as it can break it. And just don't do it too tight, just nice and firm. And then that's mounted firmly in place. Now we're just going to take the intake pipe and do it up onto the growler. We just take our 7mm socket again for that. And same thing again, just do it up just firm but not over tighten, otherwise you will crush the pipe or break the clamp. Lastly, all we want to do is just plug back in the airflow meter. We're just going to peel off the backing strips on the heat shield. And this is ready to put into place now. This heat shield, easiest way to do it is put it down around underneath the growler. Then it goes onto the chassis rail and just push it down into place. You can just take the handle of a hammer and just push that down. That's it. Okay, we're going to fit the lower air dam now onto the stone tray below the bumper here. Now, we've got the car on a hoist, which makes it a lot easier for us for demonstration purposes. But what we want to do is over near the passenger side, as far over as we can get it. So we just want to hold it in place and mark around the outside with our white pencil, and then mark the hole positions, which there are 3 of. Then we can take it out and you can see the markings around here, and if you can, just run just on the inside of those holes with your pencil. Now that we've got our holes marked and the lines marked on the inside here where we want to cut, you can either use a hacksaw blade. Once you drill a hole in here to get the hacksaw blade in place, you can use a jigsaw, or if you've got a die grinder or a Dremel, it will really help you out. We're going to use a die grinder today and just trim this out. And when you're doing this, make sure that you use safety equipment, especially for your eyes. Now that we've cut the hole in here, there's also a bit of foam on some models. We just want to trim that out with a Stanley knife or a little blade if you've got one. Just be careful that when you're doing this, you don't go up too high when cutting anything. Sometimes there is some hoses, there is one just up here. You just don't want to puncture that hose, that's for the aircon. Trim this out neatly. You also want to clean up around these edges here, and we've got a deburring tool that we're going to use. You can use your Stanley knife though, or a bit of sandpaper is fine. Now that we've done that, you can either drill your holes or you can put it into place and just screw the screws straight in. I'm going to drill some pilot holes in this one. Now we're just going to put the screws in. Don't do them up too tight and strip them. And that's your air dam mounted.